All right, welcome to Inside Santa Cruz. I'm Joyce Anderson, and we have a fabulous fashion show today. But first, I want to introduce my guest, Shannon Brady, Director of Philanthropy for Palo Alto Medical Foundation. Welcome.
Thanks, Joyce.
And I have Harriet Maness, an ardent volunteer and fundraiser for over 40 years in the Santa Cruz County. So welcome.
Thank you, Joyce.
So we want to talk, before we bring out, this Step Into Fashion is what I'm calling Step Into Fashion to Stomp Out Cancer. And this is a very important event that we're doing at the Coconut Grove on April 14th. So tell us a little bit about PAMP, and we're all working for you.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Harriet and her group of our PAMP ambassadors. Harriet started this group 3 years ago, and they have raised more than $400,000 in those 3 years through Step Into Fashion to help our cancer care program, and which is fabulous, and we couldn't do it without Harriet and her group of 55 ladies, so thank you very much. So this group, each year we have more than 900 PAMP patients in our county that are diagnosed with cancer. And that's cancers of all types. The number one cancer is breast cancer, but closely behind that is prostate cancer. And so for the last 2 years, they've been focusing on breast cancer was the first year, prostate cancer was the second year, and have done things like, they've raised money for programs that are outside of things that are, complementary care that are outside of what insurance pays for. So things like prostate cancer awareness cards. We were the first in the county to do things for men that raise awareness for prostate cancer, which is the number one cancer for men in this county. And then also for breast cancer, did a breast cancer awareness campaign. Last year, they also purchased a new piece of technology for the prostate cancer, which helps to detect prostate cancer much more quickly, and it decreases the number of biopsies that they have to do. So it's wonderful to have it. We're the first in Sutter to have it and the first in the county, so that was thanks to these ladies.
Yeah, and also Harriet's going to, we're throughout the show program, we want to talk about that, and after the model, I'm going to ask Harriet to tell us a little bit more about that, what's an experience for you, but getting all these designers together also. And yes, the ambassador program is just a wonderful group of ladies that are donating their time to stamp out cancer. So thank you. So we're going to start right away and call out our designers and models. This will give you an idea of what we're going to be able to experience and see at this wonderful event, April 14th at the Coconut Grove. We'll be talking about that throughout the program also. So let's call out our first designer. Well, we want to bring out our first designer, Azita Firouzi, designer, and she was an instructional engineer for about 20 years before she discovered a small bead store, and her artistic passion guided her to beginning her career in jewelry making. So she is showing some of her designs today. She started designing, crafting as a hobby and has soared from there. Be sure to visit her booth April 14th. She's going to be definitely one of our fabulous designers at the event. And we want to call out Seal Cirillo. Seal is involved with Sutter for over 21 years, having served as the first chair of the Sutter Maternity and Surgery Center Hospital, and currently the chair of our PAMP Sutter Community Board. She is an 11-year cancer survivor, and with all her awards she has received for over the years, we'd have to do a mini-series on all these amazing models because they have, and the designers, there's so much information, but Seal, President's Award Volunteer of the Year, and she also has worked for 18 and a half years for the city of Santa Cruz, which she was brought here as a result of the 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake. Before she retired, Seal spearheaded the development of the Tannery Arts Center, and Now, in retirement, I think she is busy more than she has ever been. Thank you, Seal, and thank you, Azita, for both of you being here today.
She's wearing a Gloria Lewis silk design, too.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. Our next designer, Tina Malix. Tina, how are you? Thank you for being here. She's a handbag designer. Started sewing 11 years ago and became obsessed with pattern, color, and textiles, mainly modern quilt making. So also started making bags and hasn't looked back since. So whenever you need a tote or a clutch, she has a design for that use, and full grain leather. And all her handbags are sourced locally as much as possible. Lovely bags. They're beautiful.
Tina just started. We thought it would be fabulous to give her a little help along the way. We love her. She's a local. She works at Hearts Fabrics.
All right. And our modeling, Tina's designs is Emily Coonerty. Emily, thank you so much for being here. Emily Bernard Coonerty is 5th generation Santa Cruzan and a current owner and operator of Del Williams Jewelry in downtown Santa Cruz, and has been a family operating locally owned business for over 90 years. She served as on the Downtown Association Board and director of multiple terms for the past president for 2 years, and she has served on the board of the Chamber of Commerce. Emily has 2 young children, Daisy and Kellen, who help keep her busy, and she is married to County Supervisor Ryan Coonerty. Emily is proud of her Santa Cruz community and dedicated to continuing her family business and supporting the community through giving back. We want to thank both of you for being here today and showing some of these designs. And be sure to look for them at the expo. Our next designer we're calling out is Marcia Manzo. And Marcia creates one-of-a-kind wearable art garments, scarves, and fabric jewelry. She has made many garment styles, including using different kinds of quilts and materials from India. Being an Aries, the items from each process, the only lasting series remains fiber collage. Her latest love is weaving.
Marcia does all kinds of fabulous
Those
designs.
are beautiful
She also
designs.
makes wonderful necklaces as well.
And modeling, one of her designs is our beautiful Kris Smith. She is Vice President and the Regional Relationship Manager for Santa Cruz County Bank and has a background in banking for over 40 years. Kris serves on the Santa Cruz Area Chamber of Commerce and is past board chair. She is past chair of, and chair recently, United Way Board of Trustees, and she also enjoys serving over 20 years for the Dominican Hospital Gala. So there's so many things that Kris has done in this community, but she is also known for her work that she has served with the American Red Cross chapter in Santa Cruz and board chair. When Kris isn't working or volunteering her time, she enjoys her 7 grandchildren, gardening and cooking. Kris and her husband Chuck reside in Scotts Valley. Thank you, both of you. Those designs are beautiful. So,
Thanks,
thank
Marcia.
you. Yeah. All right, Giselle. Thank you. And Giselle's design, we call our look American Whimsy. We are known for the gorgeous fabrics brought and made all over the world, and for her own textiles and create in her Oakland studio. She has designed for Cirque du Soleil and has had her clothing in international posters and on U.S. billboards and the Ornament magazine. She has made several occasion pieces for weddings, bridals, Grammys, and the red carpet. Yep. We appeared on national television on the Mark Twain Awards, and she has been worn by many celebrities. Well, that's quite a resume.
It is.
So thank you so much, Giselle. We want to call out your model, Michele Averill. Michele is the CEO, chapter executive of the American Red Cross for the Central Coast and provides leadership to over 600 local volunteers. And she has 765,000 residents in Monterey, Santa Cruz, and San Benito. Prior to joining the Red Cross, she was with San St. Louis Regional Hospital. She serves on the board committee of Salinas Valley Memorial Hospital. Michelle's husband, Kenneth Averill, has been the medical director at the Dominican Breast Center for over 18 years. My, you ladies are amazing. And also, just want to mention that Michelle's father had survived 2 bouts of cancer due to early detection. So thank you, ladies, for being here.
Holly Badgley was born and raised in San Luis Obispo among architects and artists. After a long hiatus in France and Morocco, she returned stateside in 1979, where she began experimenting with thicken dye. Today, her repertoire of surface design techniques include silk screening, stamping, applique, stitching, bucket dyeing, and painting with dye. Her clothes are special to be worn with ease. Artful clothing for glamour in everyday living.
She makes an awful lot of fabric for other designers as well as herself, and they're fabulous, fabulous pieces that Holly puts together.
And yes, she also said, and that's collaging.
Right, she does
fabrics
fabulous
together.
work in Sausalito.
Yes. Thank you, Holly. And we want to call out Gayle Ortiz, who is modeling for Holly today. And Gayle was born and raised in San Jose. In 1978, she and Joe opened Gayle's Bakery in Capitola. The bakery was an instant success. Today, Gayle and Joe are free to work on community activities. Gayle has served on Capitola Historic Museum Board, the Capitola Planning Commission, Capitola City Council, where she served as mayor. She is currently designing and sewing most of her own clothes.
She does fabulous things. I tried to get her to be one of our designers every year.
Thank you, Gayle. Thank you so much, both of you. For
And they're
being
good
here.
friends, by the way, both
Oh,
of
they
them.
are.
Yes,
All
they
right.
are.
And our next designer we want to call out is Ms. Cheryl Murray and her designer of artwork. She's a lifelong artist who enjoys creating crazy textiles. That's interesting. From childhood with an intuitive hands-on artist. Crayons are not just colors, she says. Her current work has been shown in nation's top craft shows, such as the Smithsonian Craft Show and Philadelphia Museum of Art, and also the De Young Museum, and as well as limited number of high-end boutiques and galleries from Seattle to New York.
I found her at the De Young Museum, Joya.
Oh, fabulous. Yeah, I can see that. And her modeling for her is Donna Lind. My Donna Lind, we were so glad to have her here today. She is a Scotts Valley Council member, former mayor, and served with the City of Scotts Valley Police Department for 40 years. And she started working there as a senior in high school, later became Scotts Valley first female police officer. And now she is serving president of the board of the Fallen Officers Foundation. We are so grateful to have her today because this event is every February and she is swamped right now, but we thank her for all the contributions she makes to our community. Donna, thank you. Our next designer who I want to call out is Deborah Cross. Deborah is also shows at the Dunn Museum and the Smithsonian Museum. She designs her clothing to be elegant and flattering and chooses fabric that can manipulate to achieve a unique and contemporary style. That is really, really interesting. I like those designs.
Yes, her things are
Yeah.
absolutely fabulous. I have a closet full of her things.
Oh, thank you, Deborah. And modeling for Deborah, we have Kristen Smith, a third-generation immigrant of Icelandic descent, attended San Jose State University and during the summer of '74. So her life dreams were fulfilled when raising her 2 daughters and supporting her husband in his medical practice in Watsonville. Adding to the depth and joy of her life, she became an active member of Omega Nu and as board member of the Museum of Art and now the Museum of Art and History. She is a 20-year breast cancer survivor, and we so appreciate you coming and modeling for Step Into Fashion and PAMP. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris and Deborah.
Our next 2 designers are Naz and Rubab. Please come out, ladies. And they met at Coonerty College while taking fashion design courses. Upon graduating and investigating business opportunities, they decided to collaborate on creating a fashion line targeting a market of minimally served by the fashion industry. Now it is PALO California Collection. That's the name of their business. And it is to include different fabrics, versatile pieces, pops of color that can be mixed and layered with existing wardrobe packages. PALO California strongly believes that investing in quality, affordable pieces that can go across seasons without adhering to daily trends that are made locally are good for your wallet and your community and the planet. Thank you. It's really pretty. Come back and stand out here. And I'm going to call out our modeling for them is Angela Chestnut. Well, Angela Chestnut moved here in 1999 from Washington, D.C., where she served as an FBI agent. Very interesting story. She has done so many things. Her fundraising efforts, as well as her board service for the Museum of Art and History, the Tannerine Arts Center, Children's Library, Children's Hospice, and the list is so many that she has created here. She is also now serving public service, currently representing the 1st Supervisor District of Unincorporated Area of Santa Cruz County for John Leopold staff. When Angela is not serving the community, she enjoys being with a devoted mother of a 17-year-old daughter and her 11-year-old son. Thank you so much. When she's not doing that, she likes to walk fast on East Cliff and try new recipes. She is a great cook. She's a hostess with the mostest. So thank you so much, all of you, for modeling for our Step Into Fashion today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Our next designer is Leilani Bennett. She has sewn wearable art and garments for relaxation from the corporate world. Her first love in working with vintage and ethnic patterns and trims and hand embellishing, beading, embroidering, the thrill of having someone like her work enough to spend money for it was never gotten old. Leilani is the epitome of a one-but college industry. I want to know what that. Okay, we'll talk about that later. I design and create, then mark my pieces. It's a most satisfying endeavor and one I wouldn't change. Thank you, Leilani. And modeling for Leilani, I want to call out Carla Stevens-Maynard. Look at this beautiful jacket she's wearing. Carla is a grateful cancer survivor, and she's supported cancer care for fundraising efforts and has been an enthusiastic volunteer and major sponsor locally for Step Into Fashion and fundraising. Carla organizes Santa Cruz Sketchers, a local urban sketcher and watercoloring journaling group. She may also be known as an award-winning and top-producing realtor in Monterey and Santa Cruz County. Thank you, Carla, doing all this and also being a cancer survivor. And there's many women here today that are cancer survivors. And, you know, it's inspiring to know that you can still do all that and still survive and take care of yourself. And thank you so much, and congratulations on that.
She's my daughter-in-law.
I know. oh, Carla Manus? Oh, okay. Thank you, ladies. All right, now we are going to call out our last 3 models, and they are coming out. First, I'm going to call out Layla Franks. Layla, thank you so much. She's a mother of 2, 8 and 5, and when she's not being an Uber driver for them, she is married to a local urologist. In her previous life, she was a research associate in urology at the University of California, San Francisco. She's an executive member of the Santa Cruz Philanthropic Society, chair of PAMP's fundraiser gala, Toast of the Town for 3 years, advisory board to youth, and chair of Gateway Schools Gala for 2 years. Layla, thank you. And I want to call out our next model, and she is modeling for the outfits
Firouzi of San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Can I just say one thing while she's standing here? These outfits or these tops can be absolutely washable. You can knot them up and put them in a suitcase. They're wearable and packable, and they're really fun things.
And I want to bring out, that's a great point, want to bring out our next model, Mary Rose Mackenzie. And this is
Ciao.
Chow. And Mary Rose is a native Santa Cruzan, mother of 2, and has helped manage her family business, Mackenzie's Chocolate, for over 30 years. She serves as an assistant to the pastor of the St. Augustine Catholic Church in Scotts Valley and enjoys playing the cello. My goodness, or it must be all that chocolate. Thank you, Mary Rose, for being here. And we want to call out our third model, Cathy Mills. Come on out, Cathy. Cathy, I'm talking about the designer before I missed you. Cathy Mills, thank you for being here. She's a retired personal shopper and was a manager for Nordstrom's. More importantly, Cathy is the mother of 3 lovely women and 3 grandchildren. 10 years ago, Cathy was diagnosed with cancer. She survives and thrives. Cathy and her husband, Andy, moved here 6 months ago when her husband became the chief of police for the city of Santa Cruz. That's going to be such an adventure, and thank you so much. You know, like I said, we honor all the women and the people here that are modeling for a good cause and modeling for Stanford, and all the designers that we have are so beautiful. So we want to thank you, and be sure to look for all these designers at our show coming up in April at the Coconut Grove. So Harriet, what a fabulous
Array of
designers. And you know, I have to say what an amazing job, because getting all of them in their bios and getting it organized. And so this is the 3rd year that you've been doing this for Step Into Fashion. I'm going to say everyone here today is here to help for cancer care for PAMP. And also I wanted you to talk a little bit about what the process was like for you, and we can't thank you enough.
Well, I really was so excited about doing this project basically for cancer, and I was so thrilled that we made this last time $220,000 that we were able to buy that fabulous machine for Shannon's group up PATH. It's a wonderful machine for prostate cancer, and we're thrilled to death. Plus the fact that we printed up 28,000 prostate cancer cards that go out to all the men in our community. It's just so heartwarming to be able to work for a cause like this. And every dollar that is brought in stays here in Santa Cruz, which is fabulous, I think.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. And all the ambassadors and the women that work so hard. You know, some of them I can't thank enough. Some aren't here today, but I did want to mention that Libby Alexander, Renee Cho, they stepped up for leadership.
And yourself as well, the three of you.
And they helped to organize all the different groups, because there's over 53 ambassadors, and that's quite a number to be supporting for all the different cancer care projects. So I just wanted to thank each and every one of them. I mean, they're a wonderful group of women to work with.
We're very fortunate to have over 40 fabulous designers that are coming from all over California to be with us on April the 14th at the Coconut Grove. And they come with all kinds of fabulous backgrounds, and you saw some of the things here today, and they are just wonderful. It's a fabulous opportunity for all the wonderful women in our community to step forward and come and help with giving us monies for our cancer
That's
program.
what I said. We're all here to stamp out, step into fashion. We're all here to stamp out cancers. All right, well, I want to thank everybody and all the amazing designers and everybody that has been here today, and all the cancer survivors. We're all here for Step Into Fashion to stomp out cancer, and we're raising money for PAMP's Cancer Care Program. So with that saying, I have one more thing I would like to add personally. This 2018 is a very special milestone year for me. I have filmed over 500 television and produced television shows, including public service announcements, and in the Bay Area and locally here in Santa Cruz County. So it has been a proud moment for me to be able to serve so many people in our community. So with that said, I want to thank everyone for watching Inside Santa Cruz. Have a great week. Bye now.
I would like to thank Back 9 in the Inn at Pasatiempo and General Manager Michelle for making it possible for us to film our show here today, and all the generous sponsors for their support to help our Palo Alto Medical Foundation cancer care programs. Also, all our amazing Palo Alto Medical Foundation ambassadors. We have over 50 dedicated ladies volunteering to make this event a success. So this is our third annual Step Into Fashion event to stop out cancer. So please join us April 14th at the Coconut Grove in Santa Cruz, California. Thank you. See you there.